You've been eating it your whole life, and your body has never once told you what it's been doing with it. Think about this morning. Whatever you ate, bread, a biscuit, something quick before you left the house, palm oil was probably in it. Not because someone was hiding it. It's listed right there on the label. But knowing something is in your food and understanding what it's been doing inside your body for years are two completely different things. And that gap is what this is really about. Your stomach right now, wherever you are, is holding the result of a pattern that started long before today. Every time you ate something processed, packaged, or fried in the wrong oil, your digestive system received a familiar input, processed what it could, stored what it couldn't, and then tomorrow came and it happened again. That's where it begins. Not with one meal, with the repetition. You felt something after eating and probably didn't connect it to anything specific. That heavy, settled feeling that arrives about 15 to 20 minutes after a meal. Not pain, not nausea, just weight. Your body slowing down to manage what you gave it. You've felt that enough times that it barely registers anymore. It's just what eating feels like now. But it didn't always feel like that. Palm oil is one of the most saturated fats in the global food supply. Your body processes it differently than it processes lighter fats. It takes longer to break down. It's more likely to be stored than burned. And when something is stored consistently, over years, the storage doesn't stay in one place. It spreads, it deepens, it finds spaces around organs you've never thought about and quietly fills them. You can't feel that happening. That's the part worth sitting with. There's no moment where your body sends a clear message that something has shifted internally. It just adjusts. It recalibrates around what you're giving it. And by the time most people notice something is different, the adjustment has already been happening for a long time. Here's what that adjustment looks like from the outside. Your energy in the afternoons. Not dramatic crashes, just that dull, resistant feeling that settles in around 2 or 3 o'clock, where motivation exists somewhere but feels slightly out of reach, where you're not tired enough to sleep but not alert enough to feel sharp. You've had that feeling so many times you've started to think it's just part of your day. It might not be. Your mornings are worth paying attention to too. The kind of mornings where you've had a full night of sleep but the tiredness is already there when you open your eyes. Before the day has asked anything of you, your body already feels like it's been running. That's not just stress. That's not just age. Something metabolic is happening in the background, and it's been happening quietly for longer than any single bad week. Now here's where it gets harder to ignore. When fat accumulates around your internal organs, not the kind you can pinch, but the kind that sits deeper, your body systems start working against a kind of internal resistance. Your heart pumps against it. Your liver processes around it. Your blood carries signals through an environment that has slowly, gradually become more congested. Nothing shuts down. Nothing fails visibly. It just all runs a little harder than it used to. And you feel that as fatigue, as heaviness, as a body that used to recover faster. Your appetite has probably shifted too. And this part is easy to miss. There's a mechanism in your body that sends the signal for fullness. When the same dense fats arrive consistently over years, that signal starts arriving late. Or quietly, you finish a meal and something still feels unresolved. So you reach for something else, not because you're genuinely hungry, but because the off switch isn't working as cleanly as it once did. That's not a willpower issue. That's a physiological pattern that built itself slowly, one ordinary meal at a time. Your blood vessels are part of this story too. The lining of your arteries responds to what flows through them over years. When that flow includes high levels of saturated fat on a daily basis, the walls gradually change. They narrow slightly. They stiffen slightly. You don't feel that on any regular Tuesday. but your heart feels it in the extra effort it takes to move blood through a system that used to move more freely. Most people find out about that kind of change only after something more visible goes wrong. And that's the realization that lands quietly but heavily when you let it in. Your body has been changing this whole time, in ways you couldn't see or feel, while you were just going about your life eating things that seemed completely normal. The food was familiar. The packaging was bright. It was affordable and available and everywhere. Things that are everywhere stopped being questioned. So years passed, decades for some people, and the body that exists right now is genuinely different from the one that existed before all those meals. Not ruined, not broken, but different in ways that compound, the way anything does when pressure is applied slowly over a long enough period of time. You carry that difference now, in your energy, in your digestion, in the way your body handles a flight of stairs it once handled without thinking, in the sleep that stopped feeling as restorative as it used to, in the hunger that never quite resolves the way it did years ago. None of those changes arrived with a label. That's what makes this particular thing so hard to account for. It didn't announce itself. It arrived the same way every morning arrives, quietly, ordinarily, through the same familiar motions of a life being lived without much pause. You opened the same cupboard. You reached for the same things. And your body kept receiving, kept storing, kept adjusting its baseline around what you gave it. The cupboard hasn't changed. But you're not the same person who last opened it without thinking about this.